This conference
false.
will now be recorded.
Return true. If it is not selected, return false. These are the things we covered in the previous class. There are three types of validations in Selenium. Those are the is enabled, is selected, and is displayed. All the three methods return type is Boolean. Boolean means either return true or false. And these are the different types of examples that we discussed in the previous session about is enabled, is selected, is displayed. These are the things. And coming to today's session, today we are going to discuss about the new concept that is about the whatever we discussed in the previous class, that is checkbox and radio buttons. Okay. Okay. In this session, we are going to discuss about the handling of radio buttons and handling of radio and checkbox buttons. I will show you what is radio buttons and what is the checkbox buttons in the Selenium, so that you will get idea more clarification about the checkboxes and radio buttons in Selenium. Okay, please have a look how to handle this all the checkboxes and radio buttons in the Selenium. See, I am sharing my browser. Please look into my browser so that you will get more idea. I have some sites, that is, let's code it. Let's code it practice. Yeah, open this page. Yeah, in this page there is checkbox and radio buttons. See, these are the radio buttons. See, radio buttons will be selected either any one. See, we need to select either any one of this option. Okay, whereas in checkboxes we can select multiple checkboxes. Yes or no? What is your favorite food? I can say that biryani, I can say that chicken, and I can say that palau, like this. These are checkboxes. Tell me your gender. You can say any one, either male, female, or others. In this way, checkboxes will have the multiple option selection option, whereas in radio buttons will have only selection of the single option. Okay. I can say that the radio button will select only one element. Okay, and coming to the second one is checkbox can select more than one value. Yes or no, guys? In the checkbox, there is multiple options. We can select BMW, Benz, Honda, or we can select any one option or multiple option. In the radio button, we need to select any one of the option, not all the options. That is the usage of the more than one element with the help of the checkboxes. How we can achieve this? Note. We can perform click operation on radio or checkbox with the help of which method? Click method. See, yes or no, guys? We are performing click method on particular elements with the click method. Okay. Now I am going to take some examples over the same application so that you will get some clarification. Okay. Please observe very carefully how I am going to write it over this radio buttons, how I am going to select these radio buttons, how we can select more than one checkboxes. Very simple, guys. Very easy topic. If you know the validations, you can easily understand. See, I am going to open Eclipse. All are very small topics. The only thing is we need to remember that particular concepts. Simple by using click method, we can perform click on particular radio button or check boxes. Click method. We can perform click operation on particular elements. Okay, see, I am going to write some code so that you will get more idea. I can say that radio buttons package class, not class, it's a package. It's a package because that we are dealing is new concept. So new concepts are written in packages. On the respective types will be written in a form of a classes. I can say this as like this. Radio and checkbox validation. 1 minute, guys. My friend came 1 minute. Guys, I'm going to create one class over here on radio and checkboxes so that you can now practice it. I can say that radio button checkbox. I can say that class should be takes with the capital letter checkbox demo. In this class, I'm going to interact to radio button and I'm going to perform the click operation on the particular radio button. See how I'm going to select the same approach which we defined previously. Same as he selected, same copy code. Nothing will changes. Why not changes means I will tell you. How to insert the driver? Web driver, manager,
Chrome driver dot setup.
okay. Then web driver, driver reference,
New Chrome driver.
new Chrome driver. Then driver dot get the particular URL.
Maximize అవసరం లేదా?
Yes, we can do it. I forgot it. Wherever it may be, we can do it before or after. I need to open this URL. After opening this URL, I need to identify any one of these elements. See how I am going to identify. Inspect. We know it contains some many identification. 1 second. I want to identify Honda, BMW, Benz, anything. First, I am going with the Honda. See, there is a Honda radio is the direct locator is available. That locator I am going to take it. See how many results is showing here. One matching result. So it is unique. So I am going to take this Honda radio because if you take this Honda value, it is going to click here. But exactly we need to click on here itself. See, if I click here, it is not able to click. But if you click here, it allows to click. So I want to take this ID property and going to perform click operation. Driver dot find element by dot ID. What is the ID name? Honda radio button, and that will be stored in a form of a web element of radio button. I can say some reasonable name. Honda radio button. How to perform click operation? By using click method, we can able to click
Dot
on
click.
that. Dot click. This action will perform the click operation. Okay. And if I want to click on any other option, see if I want to, is it clicked or not clicked, we don't know. Same, if Honda radio button is, this is selected. Yes or no, guys? What is this meaning? Anyone tell me? Honda radio button is selected, is there not? If I give apostrophe symbol here, then this became is not selected. If is not selected, then it become like this. 1 minute. Honda is not selected, then click on the Honda radio button, dot click. What happened? This method, if it is not selected, it's already selected. This method will click on radio, on Honda radio button. Okay. If it is not clicked, see, this symbol indicates not. If I remove this, what happens? This is the meaning. If Honda radio, anyone? If
No
Honda
button is
radio button
selected.
is
Selected.
selected. If I use this not symbol, what happen? Honda radio button is not selected. Okay, the meaning will change with this symbol. Okay, exclamation mark will changes. Okay, it will click. See, if I remove this, then happily entered into the loop condition and perform click operation. I can say that Honda radio button is not selected. After performing click operation, I am printing some message, meaningful message for our understand. What I am going to print here? Honda radio button is selected successfully. If I comment this, if I uncomment this, what happen? This if condition will become false. Is it selected? Is not selected means true. If it is selected, it will return false. So hence come out of the loop and execute other statement. What is going to print it? Sorry. It's already selected. What happens if I write this method before the if condition? It is going to click. Then this method is not going. This if condition is not going to execute because if this area become true only, this area will be executed. What is this area, guys? This area is the true area. This area is the false area. Whenever our statement is false, then only else statement will get executed. Whenever our statement is true, then true area will get executed. This is very basic thing. Okay, you have to remember. See, if I run this code, what happened? Very speed, it's going to execute. We cannot able to control. So I am providing some thread dot sleep for specific locations so that our execution will control the speed. But it is not recommended in real time.
హలో అన్న
Yes.
మనం అక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ రెఫరెన్స్ వేరియబుల్ క్లిక్ మెథడ్ ఇచ్చాం కదా, మనం మళ్ళీ ఎందుకు ఈ కండిషన్ ని వాడాలి?
For example, in this application, this is selected. Okay, this no one is selected. In some applications, there may be some selected default will come. అంటే ఇంకా ఈ పేజ్ ఓపెన్ అయిన తర్వాత ఆల్రెడీ సెలెక్ట్ అయ్యే మోడ్ లో రావచ్చు. See, if you open this page newly, not here application, some in real time, it may come directly. Here no one is selected, but the default something will be selected in real time to validate that if it is selected or not. For example, we don't know. Sometimes it may be in the real time, this came with directly in this approach. ఇలా మీ
ఆల్రెడీ అది
application open చేసి,
ఓకే
ఇది సెలెక్ట్ అయిందా లేదో చెక్ చేసి సెలెక్ట్ కాకుండా సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే,
ఓకే
just you know the concepts, how to use it. Okay,
ఓకే
see
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ
now. Okay, after some time I need to close the browser. Same, I am going to take some thread.sleep. And then I need to close the browser. Drive.close. What happened? This will close the opened browser. After 2 seconds. Now which area will get executed? Else area will get executed because it's already clicked. So it does not enter into the if condition. If not selected only, it is going to enter into here. If it is selected, then it won't enter into the if condition. Honda is selected, then closing. Sorry, it's already selected. See, if I remove this, what happened? Honda radio button is not selected. Honda radio button is selected successfully. See, that will print. See, Honda radio button is not selected. Okay. Okay, 1 second, guys. This is the example of this code. Okay, I can make. See, is there anyone freshers here? Whoever completed your BTech on 2021, it may be. Please let me know. There is some opportunity in IVY Comtech with a processing fees of 2,60,000, and you will get a package of nearly 5,50,000. If you have good communication skills, definitely they can able to recruit you guys. Anyone freshers? And you can refer your friends also. This is from one institute, no problem. It's 100% genuine. Okay. Anyone is there? Please let me know. Okay, guys. I will process your profiles to whatever the consultants I came the call. For those consultants, I will refer you. For those people, will make your profile manage, and you will get a job within 1 week or 2 weeks. If you have some basic knowledge in communication, then you can easily sustain it. Okay. Got it, guys? Whatever I'm saying. మీలో ఎవరైనా ఫ్రెషర్స్ ఉంటే ఇంకా చెప్పండి. వాళ్ళకి వచ్చేసి if you are interested in backdoor, there is a good opportunity. IVV Comtech. IVV Comtech is a best product based company where it contains n number of projects. Better things will be available. Everything will be available. Please have a look. Okay, guys. What are this opportunity you are getting? And now I am going to discuss about one more important example, that is called how we need to pass that runtime. Today I directly find the export for this Honda and I am going to click it. Tomorrow my requirement is changed. Tomorrow your manager come across you. What happened? He said that, hey tester, my requirement is okay, whatever I say, that need to be clicking runtime. That need to be ready to click. Okay, for example, if my requirement is click on the BMW, it is ready to click. If my requirement is click on the bench, we are ready to click on the bench. If our requirement is click on Honda, it is ready to click on the Honda button. Here, this is a static code. Static means we cannot change. Your manager said suddenly, hey, Guru, can you click on the BMW? Again, you need to write some method. Again, you need to write one class. But this is not recommended, but sometimes it is recommended. But in most of the cases, we need to write some reusable code, which can be reused to click anywhere. See, for example, my requirement is just now select bench option. Happily, I'm going to select. After next minute, your manager said, sorry, select BMW. So your code should be ready to select whatever the option that you pass as a parameter, that option is ready to click on it. Okay, this is the functionality that we planning to write. Observe very carefully. Your manager said, hey Guru, click on bench. And after that, he suddenly came across you and said, no, click on Honda. Again, he came across you and said, no, click on BMW. See, whatever you pass the parameter BMW, bench, Honda, based upon the parameter, we need to click on it. What is parameter? Here we have completed Java. For those people have some knowledge. What is parameter? On the method, whatever we are passing the data, and that is called the method parameter. I will show you very easy logics and observe very carefully. I am taking one more example, radio button, checkbox demo 2. Okay, in this class, I am going to write some logics. Observe very carefully. Inside the main method, if I write the code is not good, so that I am creating one method. We already know what is method. Method is a functions that we define something. Public void, I can write some radio button validation. Okay, please practice in this way. Previously in the main method we are doing, that is recommended, not all time it is not recommended. Only in few times it is recommended. Okay. See, methods means group of functions, group of things that we need to write. Before that, I am writing one more method, public void setup. In the setup, we need to set up the web driver. Observe very carefully what I am writing. Maybe this is first time you are listening, but very important. Web driver manager dot chrome driver dot setup, and then we need to open the initialize the driver. How to initialize the driver is observe very carefully. What I am doing, I can explain you on the next step. Web driver. I am taking driver as a, this is called class level variables. This is called class level variables. Means this can be used any method. This can be used in any method.
Yeah, like
Method means,
instance variable.
yes, correct. Okay, variables. See, this driver I am calling driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Why I am defining at the class level means we have to use this reference in lot of places. So I am defining this as a class level. I need to maximize my screen. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. And then I want to open the specific page. Driver dot get. I want to pass my URL. What is this URL? This is the URL. Okay, in the setup method, what it is going to set up, it will set up the application. Means it will set up the application. Here we are going to take radio button validations. Means whatever the radio buttons, on that radio buttons, we are going to perform some actions. See, observe very carefully. how we are going to validate that we are getting all the radio buttons in one location, and after that we are going to perform click operation on that radio buttons based upon the test data that we are passing. See, if I say, hey boss, click on the radio button of bench, you are ready to click on that radio button. How? With the help of the find elements. Anyone have remembered find elements in Selenium? We discussed on starting of the session. Find element return type is we discussed. Anyone? Okay.
Yeah, find element.
Of
Find element
elements.
return
Find
type is
element.
what?
List of
Find
elements.
element. Find element return web element. Find element
Yeah.
return type is web element.
For find elements, it's list of web elements.
Correct. Find elements return type is list of web element. Means here we are going to use list of web element. Why means these are more than one. Yes or no, guys? How many radio buttons is there here? More than one. So I need to get all these radio buttons and going to perform operations here. First, I need to inspect the radio buttons. For all radio buttons, what it is having? See, label, label, label. See, this is the radio buttons which is having some text inside that. See, inside the label, there is radio button. See, we need to take from this here, radio button example. See how many it is going to highlight. See, div at the rate of id is equal to slash. Inside that, we need three options. So that two forward slash means anywhere label. How many options? See, BMW, first option, second option, Benz, third option, what is guys? Honda. These three options, it's going to click either BMW, either Benz, either Honda. This will give the three options based upon the for each loop get text method. We'll get the text and compare and click on this radio button. See, observe very carefully. Very important and very easy. Please focus and please observe very carefully. That I am going to get all these elements by using find elements. What is the return type of find elements? List of web element. List of, we need to import list from java.util package, and then we need to take this as a web element, and I can take it as a, what is that, radio buttons. We already know how to iterate by using for each loop elements. If it is more than one element, that should be stored. If it is find element, that would be stored into the list of web element. List of web elements can be iterated by using for each loop. We already learned. In the right hand side, we need to take this reference. In the left
Radio
hand
button.
side, we need to take this web element. And I can say that button is a reference. And then see, observe very carefully what I am going to write it here. I want to today my reference is click on this Honda or bench. See how I am going to write. Observe very carefully. Button dot get text dot. See, I can write like this. In the if condition, I am going to write. Observe very carefully. If button dot get text. Whatever the text inside that button. What is the text inside that button, guys? Inside this, inside of radio button. In this button, whatever the text is there here means label BMW, Benz, Honda. Okay, get text dot equals or ignore means it will ignore the case sensitive. Here itself I am taking the parameter. I can say that cards. If button dot contains, if button kana cards list boundary. Cards list. whatever the cars list get text is equal to cars. Whatever you are passing the car, whatever you're passing the car on that car, what is the return type of this if condition? You know that if this condition, if both are equal, then return true. Yes or no, guys? True. If both are equal, then it is going to perform like this. Then see, car list dot get attribute. Whatever the attribute here, see what I am returning is first of all I am getting all the cars list where into the list, and then I am iterating this all the cars list BMW, Benz, Honda. Every time it is comparing this car, whatever you are passing here. I will explain you. Wait. If car list equal to car, expected car list, then get attribute. What is this attribute? Why I am taking
Honda.
attribute? Observe very carefully. ID is equal to BMW radio. Okay. One second, guys. One second. If car list not equals car list, get attribute. Dot ID dot click. One second. I missed some logic. I missed one logic. Here we are getting the list of car list. Then I am going to compare the car list, and then I need to click on the perform click operation. How I am going to click on it? See, observe very carefully. For each loop, get attribute value. Okay. Instead of car list here, I am going to take one more thing. See, observe very carefully. I am removing this. Sorry, guys. Take this. Control X. Observe very carefully. If car list get attribute dot equals ignore case, whatever the car list here is equal to this list. If it is radio button of BMW, it should be click on the BMW radio button. Observe very carefully why I am taking this. I will explain you one more time. Basically, if I click here, it is not able to perform click operation. That should be click on here itself. So that I am taking this get attribute. Get attribute is the approach which we have in different types of WebDriver methods. Click, select, send keys. There is a method is there not that we discussed previously. Clear. In the same way, please go on mute someone. If it is equals to whatever the car we are passing, that car it is going to perform click operation. Car list dot. Then it is going to perform click operation. One second, guys. One second. What I did a mistake. One second. Enter of type is equal to radio. Yeah, I'm taking this. Sorry, guys. I'm changing my label. Then after that, I need to take this input. Yes, use this XPath. Why I'm taking this XPath means inside this input attribute only, I'm going to take this. And then I'm going to perform click operation by using get attribute. If it is equal to my expected attribute, then we need to perform click operation on that particular attribute. See, but here I am passing the car runtime. See, in the main method, I am creating the object for the class. You know that object creation. Reference is equal to new radio buttons text data ref dot, I can say that first we need to execute setup, and then I need to execute radio button validation. Which radio button I need to click? My requirement is click on the Honda bench. Then that particular Honda bench will get executed. What is that here text here? Bench radio. If I click on bench radio, then it will passes here. ఇక్కడ పాస్ చేసామంటే ఇక్కడ తీసుకుంటుంది, ఇక్కడ నుండి ఇక్కడికి తీసుకుంటుంది, దెన్ ఇక్కడ క్లిక్ ఇస్తుంది. ఓకే, get attribute and perform click operation on that particular attribute. If I run this code, what happens? See, it is going to perform click operation on the bench radio button. I will explain you, don't worry guys. See, now I said bench. Tomorrow I am saying that, hey boss, click on the BMW. So we need to get the BMW. What is that? BMW radio. See, in the runtime, whatever we are passing the test, based upon the test, it is going to perform click operation. Now I am giving BMW radio. What happened? Happily, it is going to execute first setup method. First setup means up to opening the URL, and then second method is it's going to open up to radio button. Wherever the radio button is there, BMW radio, if you are passing BMW radio button, it is going to click on it. Observe very carefully, guys. See, BMW. Now my requirement is click on the Honda. Simple. Get Honda radio and compare the text. If it is equal, then it is going to click on that particular radio button. See, Honda. Here, whatever the ID here using get attribute of ID. Whatever the ID contains on the text, it is going to compare and perform click operation. Get attribute is a method which will get the text on the attribute. I will tell you what is the attribute, from where it is going to get the text. See. See now Honda. See here, get attribute is nothing but this is, guys. Get attribute. See, if I pass attribute ID, this value will get. If I pass value, then this value will get. If I pass value Honda, value is equal to Honda, then this will get. Whatever you are passing here, see, ID. Here ID is what? BMW radio, bench radio. See, if I pass this bench radio, then this text is bench radio, and compare this bench radio is equal to this bench radio, then happily it is going to get it. Here it will get the ID property. What is the ID property? Bench radio. So this bench radio is compared to bench radio. If it is equal, then it is going to click on that. If it is not equal, then see, this is the output is this ID means car list only get ID. This is the car list. Input 1, input 1, input 2, input 3. Inside this input tag, get attribute. ID is equal to value. That will get bench radio, that will get BMW radio, that will get Honda radio. And compared to this, whatever you are passing. In the same way, if I pass value, get value. See, instead of get attribute, I am taking value. I need to pass here what is the value here. So I need to pass here bench to compare. We need to pass either bench, Honda or BMW. See. After that 2 seconds, I need to close the browser. For that, I am going to write one more method. Please observe very carefully. Public void tear down. Tear down means close browser. Happily. So that I am going to take like this. Driver dot close. If I pass this, it will close very speed. So that I need to pass some seconds before closing the browser. I need to wait at least 2 seconds. I need to handle this add throw declaration. We will handle this method. I want to call this method same how reference dot that method. Reference dot tear down. Tear down means see it will give the error because here parent is throwing the exception. Then this method also has to throw the exception. Whoever not completed Java, these exceptions I will tell you. Don't worry, guys. Java concept definitely I will start by Monday, or some other faculty will start by Monday. Don't worry, guys. See, if I run this, what happened? Based upon the attribute value, it is going to compare the text and perform click operation. And after 2 seconds, it is going to close the browser. What I passed bench. So it has to click on the bench. See, then close the browser. See, it is working as per our expected. What is object creation? To call the methods in a specific class. To call the methods in specific class. Okay. Take this example. I will provide some more examples so that this is about the multiple handling of the checkboxes. Whatever your manager said, you will happily write a code that is called a dynamic code that can be used by anyone. Static means it has to click on the specific button. Please practice it, guys. If you want, I can teach you one more time. Anyone not understand, please let me know. I can follow one more time. And then I am going to take one more examples on the checkboxes. Checkboxes is same as radio button. The only changes is that we can select multiple options. That we can select multiple options. 1, 2, 3. Whatever the things we required, everything we can able to click on that with the help of finding the X paths. Okay, it's happily click on that. Not at all issue. Here, if you pass bench, it will select only bench. If you pass Honda, Honda will only select. But here, if you pass any number of items, see, I can write one static and one dynamic. Inspect and find this. Simple. BMW check. See, one matching. If I click on here, which is related, this checkbox is going to alert. See, it's going to check. So I can use this ID. ID is equal to BMW check. Or we can use bench, anyone. So I'm going to write it code. Checkbox. So can you say radio button checkbox demo 3. How I'm going to write? See, same as method I am using. Public void setup means this will set up the initial thing like opening the empty browser like this WebDriver manager.
Setup, etc. sir.
We can name anything. Okay, set or set up anything. Sorry guys, it's your wish. Okay, and then we need to use this WebDriver as a class variable because that we need to use some other locations. WebDriver driver, and then we are using this. See, observe very carefully. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. In the Chrome browser itself, we need to open it, and then I need to open that application. See, and then my requirement is I want to write one more method, that is validate radio button. So I'm going to write generic code whatever we passing as the input, based upon the input it has to click. If I say, hey, click BMW radio, it has to click on BMW radio, sorry, checkbox. If I say Honda, checkbox, it has to check on Honda. Bench check. See, public void, I can say return, v should be capital. Why means in the second, in the Java, first word should be in the small letters and second method should be in the capital. Set is separate, up is separate, validate is separate, and the second one is the radio button is the second method. See how I am going to write it. I want to identify the object. Divert that, find elements. I need to find all these elements. See, BMW radio, see the type is there. See, I'm going to take all these things, observe very carefully. Tag name, 2 input. Then I'm going to inspect this. Type is equal to checkbox. So at the rate, attribute is equal to value. Type is equal to checkbox. See, it is giving 5 results. So why it is giving 5 results? 1, 2, 3. Oh, then I can take from parent. We know that if you take from parent, then it will give only specified number of results. What is the parent of this all ones? See this div. Inside this div, this all checkbox is there. So I need to start from the parent and cut. See, 2 / div at the rate id is equal to, what is this id? What is the parent of all these items? id checkbox example div. Inside that, what we need to define? Input. See, at the rate type is equal to checkbox. How many results it is showing? 3 checkboxes. See, first checkbox, second checkbox, and third checkbox. First checkbox, second checkbox, and third checkbox. And I will get by using attribute, any attribute, and I'm going to perform click operations. Why I am taking instead of label means we need, if we try to click here, it is not able to click here. See, it has to click here itself. See, if these are highlighting the particular radio button. See, only button, the checkbox is highlighting, not that label is highlighting. That is the reason I am taking this input. If I take this label, just it will enter all the, it will highlight the entire thing. If I place center of click operation, it's not able to click on the checkbox. We need to come here only click. What is here highlighting? This input only, it is highlighting. So that I am taking from parent, from in this, inside this div, there is a input is there anywhere, parent, child, tag name, attribute, value. See how I am going to write the logic? Simple. I am going to identify this. I need to store into the list of web elements. What is the return type of find elements? List of web elements. First, we need to import list by using control space, and then we need to import the web element. And after this importing list of element, we need to take some reference. Cards list. And I need to iterate over here. See how I am going to iterate. I am going to minimize this so that we can able to see entire screen. For each loop, make remember guys, in the right hand side we need to use cards list. In the left hand side we need to use web element with the reference. I can say that cards. And then I'm going to compare. Very simple way, same approach. If cards dot get attribute, which text we are going to compare this value? value dot equals. Here I am taking the method. Means in the runtime we can pass it. String car check box. I am taking this. If car checkbox is equal to this car, whatever the value inside the car attribute, if both are equal, then I am going to perform click operation. Cars dot click. Happily it is going to click and break. Why we are using break in the Java concepts, you know that, to come out of this loop. And then I want to write one more method. Which method, guys? I want to write one more method that is for the purpose of the closing of browser.
Main method.
Here down.
Okay, close driver dot.
I'm taking some time to wait because if I don't use that thread method, very speed it is going to close. You are not able to see which checkbox it is selected. I'm going to take 2 seconds, and then after that I'm taking driver dot close. See, I'm going to use here validate this exception because get.step will throw the exception, and then I'm going to write the main method to call these methods. See how to call these methods by creating object of this class. This is called the object creation. Demo3 reference 1 is equal to new radio button demo3. Say I want to call one after one. First, what we need to call reference
Setup.
1 dot setup. This will launch the browser, and then ref1 dot validate radio button, not radio button. I can say that checkbox, correct? Radio button is other concept now. Validate check box. I'm copying here, or argument removing it. Again, I am calling. Validate checkbox. I need to pass value. Which value? I need to pass this be Honda. This will click on the Honda. Then after that, I need to close my browser. Simple tear down. What happens this functionality? You need to handle this exception because already this method is handling the exception. So automatically here also we need to handle exception. Make a remember, guys. If you forgot, you may confuse while practicing. If any method throws an exception, if any method throw an exception, see here it is throwing exception, then automatically we need to handle while calling that method. ఆ మెథడ్ ఎక్కడ కాల్ చేస్తామో అక్కడ కాల్ చేయాలి. వీ నీడ్ టు హ్యాండిల్. ఇక్కడ కాల్ చేసాం కదండి ఈ మెథడ్ ని. సో దట్ దెన్ వీ నీడ్ టు హ్యాండిల్ వైల్ కాలింగ్ ఇన్ మెయిన్ మెథడ్. In main method, this is the main method. See what happened? It is going to select Honda. Now it is Honda. If I pass other name BMW, it is going to select BMW also. Very simple concept. These are very simple concepts. Please practice it, guys. Yeah, I think you observed what happened. It selected radio button. I think so. Again, I'm going to run it. Here also we can run it. Here, see, run as. And I click here, right click, and perform run as. See, we forgot to write maximize code, so it is not going to write maximize. So we need to add maximize also here. Driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. No, I gave Honda. Now my requirement is bench. So I am changing this value to bench. If the attribute value is bench check, if I take this attribute as ID here, then we need to pass this ID comparison. See what happened? You know, it is happily going to select the bench in a maximize screen and going to close the browser. See, it selected and close the browser. Yeah, that's all about today's session.
అన్న
Guys,
మల్టిపుల్
sorry for
కావాలంటే
then happily we need to call one more time this method.
వన్ మోర్ టైం
If validate, now my requirement is Honda. Okay. For radio button, it has to select only one. If I call multiple, then existing will clear and select the new one. Yes sir, no guys? రేడియో బటన్ మల్టిపుల్ రాసాం అనుకోండి, ఫస్ట్ BMW సెలెక్ట్ చేసి మళ్ళీ బెంచ్ రాసాం అనుకోండి, BMW క్లియర్ అయిపోయి మళ్ళీ బెంచ్ సెలెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. సి 2 selected. Yes or no guys? I am increasing the time so that you can observe very carefully. It is going to select. Whereas in radio button, if you pass multiple, it won't do because it only select only one value. If you are trying to provide second one, first one will get erased. See, it's going to select 2. Bench Honda. Yes or no? After 4 seconds, closing the browser.
అన్న
Okay?
ఒకటి సెలెక్ట్
Okay,
చేసిన
Srikanth?
తర్వాత ఒక 3 seconds తర్వాత ఇంకోటి సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి అంటే
Here you
ఫస్ట్
need
ఇప్పుడు
to
బెన్
pass some
సెలెక్ట్
time.
చేసింది అక్కడనే ఓకే దాంట్లోనే ఓకే ఓకే
3 dots leave. You need to wait for 3 seconds. And then after 3 seconds, it's going to click on that Honda. See, you can observe time lap also. You can count the time. Happily, it will wait up to that time. See, first bench selected or Honda, maybe after 3 seconds, Honda selected. Now after 4 seconds, close the browser. Okay. Okay, Srikanth, please practice it. Very
ఓకే
important.
అన్న థ్యాంక్ యూ
Very easy
Okay.
concepts. Guys, from Monday onwards, I will be in full swing. Please try to understand from my side. My health is not supposed to cooperate. Tomorrow also I need to visit the doctor. Sorry for inconvenience. Actually, I plan to complete this batch by this month end, but due to some circumstances, some not cooperating my health, not able to do it. But definitely, I can take next week or morning and evening sessions. We can plan some more with you people with more examples. Okay, that's it, guys. And also, I can share you all the recordings one more time. Give me some time. I started downloading all the things and I will do it. Thank you, guys.
అన్న రేపు క్లాస్
Have a
లేదా
nice day. Tomorrow, no class, guys.
ఓకే
Thank
ఓకే
you. Sorry,
you.
guys. I have an appointment. Actually, doctor is
Thank
available on the
you.
evening time itself. Yes, Nagesh.
Okay, day after tomorrow ఉంటుందా బ్రో?
Yes, Thursday also. Thursday, Friday.
Day after tomorrow ఉంటుందా బ్రో?
Yes, Thursday there is a
Class.
class. Yes, no problem. Only Wednesday. Tomorrow is maybe tomorrow I can
Okay bro, thank you.
wind up this visiting of doctors. Once it will done, we'll do it some more. Okay. Thank you.
Sir, can I ask you something?
Okay bro, thank you.
At what
Okay.
date the exact classes will be finished? Because I need to book my tickets for India. So,
Okay. Sure. Shimarenia, I will try to wind up within 10 days. Okay.
okay, thank you, sir.
Means working days.
Yeah, okay.
If any Sunday also, if I have if I go okay with my health condition, definitely I can take you on Sunday, launch large sessions so that we can close up our trainings. Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys.
బావా
Hmm.